Welcome back, y'all. This is a Mainstream Current. I'm your host, Drew Hoagland, and today we're going to be talking about why me, as a gay man, would be against DEI initiatives. So, to begin this, I wanted to start with just a generic, unopinionated response. So, I asked ChatGPT about I asked, give me a comprehensive study on how DEI is beneficial for companies and organizations. And this was the AI's response. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, are crucial components of a thriving and innovative workplace. When properly implemented, DEI initiatives offer numerous benefits to companies and organizations, which I've really yet to see in the real market, like in real practice. Again, this is AI, but this is also something you can imagine a company memo spinning out. So that is part of why I did this, because I can do a Google search and it's going to come up with the same thing. And I'm letting you know that I'm using AI, but most of us are using AI all the time in our daily lives, whether we know it or not at this point. And so I'm being upfront, but that's not the point of this video. It's just, I want to get a sense of what DEI is supposed to accomplish, because I can see it from a real world perspective, and I don't see it being beneficial. But I want to know, and I want to share with you what they think is the benefit of DEI. I then followed up asking ChatGPT the exact same thing, but the negative side of DEI. So we will get that coming up also. So these are ways DEI is beneficial. Number one, enhanced innovation and creativity. Diverse perspectives. A diverse workforce brings together different perspectives, experiences, and problem-solving approaches. This diversity leads to more innovative solutions as employees draw on their unique backgrounds. Creative collaborations. Inclusive environment encourage collaboration where individuals feel valued and free to express their ideas, leading to creative solutions that a homogeneous group might not develop. Number two, improved employee engagement and retention. Sense of belonging. When employees feel included and respected, they are more likely to be engaged and motivated. A sense of belonging can boost morale and reduce turnover. Equitable opportunities. Equity in the workplace ensures that all employees have access to the same opportunities for growth and development, which can lead to higher job satisfaction and loyalty. Number three, broader talent pool. Attracting top talent Number three, broader talent pool. Attracting top talent. Companies that prioritize DEI are more attractive to top talent from diverse backgrounds. In a competitive job market, being known for an inclusive culture can be a significant advantage. Global reach. A diverse workforce can better serve a global customer base. Employees who understand different cultures and languages can help companies expand into new markets more effectively. Number four, better decision making. Reduced groupthink. Diverse teams are less likely to fall into groupthink, where the desire for consensus overrides realistic appraisals of alternative courses of action. This leads to better decision making. Balanced judgment. Including diverse voices in decision-making processes helps in considering a broader range of consequences and potential risks, leading to more balanced and informed decisions. Increased profitability and financial performance. Number five, diverse teams drive success. Studies show that companies with more diverse executive teams are more likely to have above-average profitability. For example, McKinsey & Company Research has consistently found a positive correlation between diversity and financial performance. Customer alignment. A diverse workforce is better equipped to understand and meet the needs of a diverse customer base, which can lead to increased consumer satisfaction and loyalty, ultimately boosting revenue. Number 6, enhanced company reputation. Brand name. Companies that are known for their commitment to DEI tend to have a better reputation. Not only among potential employees, but also among customers and investors. Corporate responsibility. Demonstrating a commitment to DEI is increasingly seen as a marker of corporate social responsibility, which can enhance a company's image and brand loyalty. Number 7, legal and ethical compliance. Avoidance of discrimination lawsuits. A strong DEI framework can help companies avoid costly discrimination lawsuits by ensuring that policies and practices are fair and inclusive. Ethical standards. Commitment to DEI is often aligned with broader ethical standards in business, promoting a culture of fairness and respect within the organizations. Number 8, improved employee well-being. Inclusive practices. DEI initiatives that focus on creating a supportive environment can improve the mental and physical well-being of employees by reducing stress and promoting a healthy work-life balance. Mental health. Diverse and inclusive workplaces are linked to better mental health outcomes for employees, as they feel more valued and less marginalized. Number 9, adaptability and resilience. Responding to change, companies with diverse teams are often more adaptable and resilient as they have a broader range of experiences and skills to draw on in times of crisis. Innovative solutions. Diverse perspectives enable quicker identification of emerging trends and potential challenges, allowing companies to adapt their strategies accordingly. Number 10, community and social impact. Social responsibility. Companies that prioritize DEI contribute to social progress by promoting equality and reducing discrimination in the workplace. Community relations. Organizations with strong DEI initiatives are often better relationships with communities they serve, enhancing their social impact and corporate citizenship. I do not like that term, corporate citizenship. I don't like companies having the same identifying markers as a human, and I do not like, again, this is AI, including a term like corporate citizenship. But again, this is AI, and you can absolutely see some woke establishment throwing that term out there. That turns my stomach. Conclusion. DEI is not just a moral or ethical imperative, but also a business one. Companies that invest in diversity, equity, and inclusion are better positioned to innovate, attract top talent, and achieve long-term success. By fostering an inclusive environment, organizations can benefit from a wide range of perspectives, leading to better decision-making, increased profitability, and a positive impact on both employees and broader communities. And that's where it ends for the positive sides of DEI and how they're beneficial to companies and organizations. A lot of that to me, like, it was not what a stable business can begin with. Like, I can't imagine positioning this at the beginning of any kind of new business, self-employed, self-run business, or you're trying to go larger and go corporate. Like, how is this? It sounds nice, but it's based on emotions, and it's based on things that are vague and can oftentimes be rearranged in a way that does not enhance the company as a whole, but rather focuses on things that are irrelevant, and ultimately, do they help the company? Because in the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of companies tank their profits by doing just what this AI memo to the press was trying to say. So that's just my initial reading of that. I mean, I already had my own opinion. As I stated in my last video, as a gay individual, I am all for getting rid of DEI. I work a blue-collar job, and it's not 9 to 5, but essentially it's a 9 to 5 job, and it's hard. It's laborious. It's manual. I'm on my hands and my knees a lot. My coworkers are going to make jokes about that. At least you're watching. And so if I got hired in this job and later learned I got hired because I was gay and I filled a quota or I met a target, I could not go to work anymore. Like, I would literally be so embarrassed. I would feel so low about myself. And I mean, as it is, I came from customer service, and now I work with my hands for a living, and it's complete opposite. So my coworkers, they understand, like, they're dealing with like a near tard when it comes to me being manual and laborious. But after working a year already at this job, there's been a lot of growth and development, and I'm getting so much better. And if I learned now that I got this job because I was gay, that would destroy me. Like, and that was what led me in the last video to declare that as a gay man, like, I'm okay with DEI going out. Like, it really doesn't seem to help companies. I mean, you see Bud Light, you see Target, you see, okay, those are the notable ones that I can pull up off the top of my head. I've been working all day, y'all. This is a second job / hobby. So I put in the research and the time when and where I can. Just like you, like, I'm trying to pay bills and I'm trying to get up for work and enjoy life as much as I can. And that's why I use AI. That's why I utilize certain tools. Like, I work with my hands. I understand the profitability of using tools rather than my hands. Even using the tools, I'm going to have arthritis. I'm going to have issues with my knuckles and my hands. But if I didn't have those tools, it'd be even worse. And for me to make these videos, I spend a couple hours on each of these videos between making them, editing them, reviewing them, researching. A lot goes into it. So this is the end of the day for me a lot of times when I film, and that's why I stutter over my speech and I have different impediments. And that's why I use AI, because I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck so I can relay that to you here on Mainstream Channel, Mainstream Current. You guys are a lifeline for me. When I was gone, a lot of you encouraged me to come back, and I'm so glad that I did. And a lot of you have left a lot of warm comments, and I appreciate those. I would also like to have some comments on what else you think, what other kind of ideas you have, and what you would like to see of this channel. And I did go on a long tangent, but I will get back right now to DEI and... Okay, so this is what I followed up with AI after that one, before the tangent. Give me a comprehensive study on why DEI is bad for companies and organizations, and factual reasons why they would ditch DEI incentives or not embrace them at all. All right, getting back to the plot, y'all. Here is what AI had to say in regards to DEI being bad for companies. While diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives are often promoted as beneficial, there are arguments and perspectives that suggest potential drawbacks or challenges that companies and organizations might face when implementing DEI programs. It's important to note that these arguments are often based on specific contents or concerns that may not apply universally. Here is a comprehensive study on why some believe DEI initiatives could be detrimental or why companies might choose to avoid them. I do find it interesting that AI immediately off the bat was just like, hey, these might be anecdotal. Don't take them too seriously. But then when it came to implementing DEI, there were no qualms or setbacks. Number 1, potential for division and conflict. Polarization. DEI programs can sometimes create divisions within an organization, especially if employees feel that certain groups are being favored or they are being forced to conform to new norms that conflict with their personal beliefs. Resentment. Initiatives that focus heavily on identity politics can lead to resentment among employees who may feel they are being unfairly treated or that meritocracy is being undermined. Number 2, perception of tokenism and reverse discrimination. Tokenism, in some cases, DEI initiatives may lead to tokenism where individuals are promoted or hired to fill diversity quotas rather than based on their qualifications. And that's where I would be horrified if I was hired simply because I was gay and I walked in and applied. Horrified. This can undermine the credibility, the organization, and demotivate employees. Reverse discrimination. There are certain concerns that DEI programs could lead to reverse discrimination where individuals from majority groups feel they are being unfairly disadvantaged due to preferential treatment given to unrepresented groups. Number 3, impact on meritocracy and performance. Merit-based concerns. Critics argue that DEI initiatives may undermine a merit-based system by prioritizing diversity over qualifications or experience. This could potentially lower the overall competency and efficiency within the organizations, which we've seen. Oh, and Disney is another example. Disney is a perfect example. Go woke, go broke. Target, Bud Light, Disney. Performance trade-offs. If hiring and promotion decisions are made based on diversity metrics rather than merit, it could lead to a less qualified workforce, ultimately affecting the organization's performance and competitiveness. Number 4, cost and resource allocation. High cost. Implementing DEI programs often requires significant financial investments in training, resource, and staff. For some companies, particularly smaller ones, these costs can be prohibitive and may not yield a clear return on investment. Resource diversion. Resources dedicated to DEI programs might be seen as being diverted from other essential areas, such as research and development, customer service, or operational improvements, potentially impacting the organization's core functions. Number 5, potential legal risks. Litigation risks. Missteps in implementing DEI programs can expose companies to legal risks, such as claims of reverse discrimination or unfair hiring practices. This can result in costly litigation and damage to the organization's reputation. Compliance complexities. Navigating the legal landscape of DEI can be complex, especially in regions with differing laws and regulations regarding diversity and employment practices. Companies might find it challenging to implement DEI initiatives without inadvertently violating local laws. Number 6, cultural fit and cohesion challenges. Cultural misalignment. DEI programs may sometimes clash with the existing culture of organization, leading to resistance or disengagement among employees who do not see the value or relevance of these initiatives. Employees' pushback. Employees may resist DEI programs if they feel these initiatives are being imposed without their input or they believe the programs do not reflect their values or experience. All right, this is getting a little boring to me, and I'm sure it's getting a little boring to you, maybe more than boring to you. But this is what we're dealing with. This is literally, if I'm trying to find a new job and go out there and join the workforce, this is what I'm competing against. So I'll try and read it in a more palatable manner, but also pay attention because this is what's affecting us. That alone should be alarming. So number 7, questionable effectiveness, lack of measurable outcomes. Some critics argue that DEI initiatives do not always lead to measurable improvements in diversity or inclusion. In some cases, these programs may be seen as performative, with little tangible impact on the organization's culture or operations. Short-term focus. DEI programs may be criticized for focusing on short-term diversity metrics rather than long-term cultural change, leading to superficial change that does not address underlying issues. Number 8, potential for external pushback. Public relation risks. Companies that adopt DEI initiatives may face backlash from certain customers, segments, or external shareholders who view these efforts as politically motivated or unnecessary. This can result in negativity publicly or boycotts. Market sensitivity. In highly polarized markets, embrace DEI may alienate certain customer bases or create a perception that the company is taking a political stance, potentially affecting sales and brand loyalty. Brand loyalty is a lot. People need to be paying attention to brand loyalty because without it, who are you nowadays? Someone on Etsy can make it for you. Number 9, complexity and implementation challenges. Implementation difficulties. DEI programs can be complex to design and implement effectively. Without clear guidance and leadership, these initiatives may fail to achieve their intended goals, leading to frustration and wasted resources. One-size-fits-all approaches. Some DEI programs may be criticized for adopting a one-size-fits-all approach that does not account for the unique needs and dynamics of different departments or regions within the organizations. Number 10, impact on employee morale. Negative impact on morale. If DEI initiatives are perceived as forced or insincere, they can lead to lower employee morale, particularly if employees feel these programs are more about appearances than meaningful change. Stress and burnout. DEI initiatives that place significant emphasis on identity and personal experiences can sometimes lead to stress or burnout, particularly for employees who feel they are being singled out or burdened with additional responsibilities related to diversity. Oh, sorry about that microphone. Conclusion. While DEI initiatives are intended to create more inclusive and equitable workplaces, there are arguments suggesting that these programs can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. These include potential divisions among employees, challenges to merit-based systems, significant costs, legal risk, and the complexity of implementation. For these reasons, some companies might choose to scale back or avoid DEI initiatives, particularly if they believe that the potential drawback outweighs the benefits, or if they face challenges in aligning DEI efforts with their organizational culture and efforts. Wow, that was wordy. I wanted to get through it because I wanted to have a deeper understanding of DEI. And I've tried to make these videos 10, 12 minutes long and make them palatable, but the truth is that news and relevancy cannot always be compacted into a tidy time frame. And the entire time I was reading this, apparently I parked at a cruise site, so these older gay men, which embarrasses me that this is a culture, but it is a culture and I recognize it. Older gay men are trying to cruise me while I'm recording myself here in what I assumed was a tranquil park. But as I've parked in different places between noise, construction, cruising, I'll find somewhere. Thank you for bearing with me. And if you've made it to the end of this video, I just want to thank you, because these are important issues that are facing us today. And to just kind of idealize things away and to just imagine or pretend they're not there is not going to work. And it's not going to work in 2024 especially. So the more that we wake up and the more that we realize what's out there and what's going on, the more that we can help prevent and guide and steer things towards a better future. Because diversity, equity, and inclusion, I do not believe is the progress that we want to see as a country. We need merit-based. We need your skills and your trades and your education to be the forefront. And at this point, all of us have the same kind of opportunities. I'm a gay Christian homeschool kid that grew up in a trailer park with siblings and animals and 2 working parents, like in central Maine. Like, I understand the challenge. I'm not coming at this from privilege. Regardless of my skin color, I am gay. It's a moot point in many of these leftist circles, but that is something that I need to bring up because it is something that impacts me. And you can't use it in one case and dismiss it in another. So here we are. Here I am on Mainstream Current. I'm trying to bring the news to you, and I really enjoy doing this. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your feedback. Go ahead and share this with your friends and family, because at this point we are a growing community and I would love for there to be more of us. So go ahead and share this. If I have earned your subscription, I hope that you would go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know every time one of my videos comes out. Until the next video, this has been Mainstream Current, and I'm Drew Hoagland.